Hey everyone, it's Jack from Cultaholic.com back again with another massive news update. They seem to be coming thick and fast these days, what with contract statuses and all that sort of stuff. Another WWE Superstar has reportedly requested their release from the company. We also have news of a superstar who was reported the other day. More updates on that as well. WWE have released an official statement to do with that situation. And finally as well, another one of those NXT superstars are going to be heading to Evolve to make a couple of appearances in the near future. No word on their opponents yet, but we'll reveal who it is in a short while. Thank you very much for watching. Now let's get on with all of the news. So the superstar who has apparently requested his release from the company is none other than Hideo Itami, otherwise known in his pre-WWE career, very impressive pre-WWE career, as Kenta. Now Kenta was known as one of the stalwarts of Noah, and it'll be interesting to see whether he returns there once he's been released from WWE. He's already changed, for example, his Twitter name back to Kenta as if he couldn't wait to shed himself of the Hideo Itami label. He's had an unfortunate time in WWE really, gathered some steam in NXT, but then injuries got in the way or other people's pushes would be sort of prioritised over his own, and then eventually when he was moved to the 205 Live brand, it sort of felt surreal to a lot of big fans of his prior to his WWE move, the fact that Kenta, one of the best in the world, is on 205 Live. We of course saw him on the Royal Rumble pre-show in that four-way match, unsuccessfully challenging Buddy Murphy for the Cruiserweight Championship. I actually thought he was going to win because the storyline seemed to be set up for him to finally get that push, but I guess that once he didn't, that was it, and he thought, right, this is it, my time is up here. Yeah, it'll be sad to see him go, to be fair. He was a very entertaining guy to watch in the ring. We'll keep you updated on where he goes next as well. By the way, I should point out, this is all courtesy of Fightful, who've treated it in their story as though the other ones are all true as well. So they've said, I believe that they've probably got some sources somewhere because they're saying things with a lot of authority and certainty. Stuff like, I'll find the sentence actually, one second. In the weeks following, Mike and Maria Kanellis, The Revival, and Dean Ambrose all informing WWE of their desires to leave the company. So they've sort of implied that the Mike and Maria one is definitely true and the Revival one is definitely true and all that sort of stuff. So I'm going to be keeping a close eye on Fightful because it looks like Sean Ross Sapp and the boys know what they're doing. Itami's last match was apparently his match this week on 205 Live, a losing effort where he put over Akira Tozawa, and apparently it is believed backstage that he will be released following a 90-day no-compete clause. Now on to that update about the superstar yesterday, of course. It was Dean Ambrose who sensationally was said to have requested his release, and WWE have come out and confirmed it. They've said Dean Ambrose, brackets Jonathan Good, will not be renewing his contract with WWE when it expires in April. We are grateful and appreciative of all that Dean has given to WWE and our fans. We wish him well and hope that one day Dean will return to WWE. I find that a little bit unusual. They've kind of changed the wording of what they normally say in these sort of situations. Of course, we all know the infamous future endeavours sentence that they like to throw out there when someone gets released. I'm wondering if this is because they don't actually want to wish people well in their future endeavours, if those future endeavours might be All Elite Wrestling. I could be being paranoid, I'm not quite certain what that whole change of phraseology is about, but it's an interesting one. And it's certainly strange that WWE would just come out and confirm it so far ahead of time. You'd think that they'd wait until his contract had expired and then go boom, Ambrose is gone, rather than just doing it up front now and letting everybody know ahead of time. I think it's quite strange. And finally, with NXT Superstars always going over to Evolve, the latest one has been revealed, and it's none other than Ricochet, who will be competing at Evolve 123 and 124 in Melrose, Massachusetts and Queens, New York, respectively, on the 15th and 16th of March. Apparently meet and greets are available just in case you live in that area and you were going to go along to the show, but his opponents have not yet been revealed. I'm quite confident though that Evolve's roster is stacked enough with talent that Ricochet will get matched up against somebody pretty exciting. I'm thinking maybe AR Fox, who has very good flippy matches with flippy men, such as his one against Will Ospreay at one point. I can't remember exactly when and where it was. I want to say it was over WrestleMania weekend. But regardless, AR Fox is a guy who I think his style would match up really well with Ricochet's, especially in just a balls-to-the-wall, all-action sort of match. But then again, even if it wasn't, there's so many guys on that roster that could have a really good match with Ricochet. He is at the very top of his game right now. In the shows before these two Evolve shows, like the previous two, which haven't yet happened, but they're coming up soon, we'll see Adam Cole go to Evolve. He'll be taking on Darby Allin and Shane Strickland. I can't remember which way around those dates go, but that's also very exciting to see. Darby Allin's one of my personal favourites on the independent scene. And the exciting thing about this as well is that it gives a lot of NXT superstars the chance to go home. We recently saw it with Johnny Gargano. Evolve was a place with a lot of history to him. And Ricochet too has history with Evolve. He made his debut with Evolve on Evolve 1. He was an Evolve original part of their first ever show. So that's nice to see as well. Nice when things like that happen in sort of NXT/indie crossover stuff with Evolve. It's cool. So thank you very much for watching this news video. I've been Jack from Cultaholic.com. You can follow me on Twitter if you want to, @JackTheJobber. You can follow all of us at Cultaholic. Check out Patreon as well, patreon.com/Cultaholic. And never forget, of course, if you haven't done so already, to hit subscribe and to join us.